If you're in the middle of a heated argument, just suggesting you to go getting tiramisu might be the best option. But if it's not an option, there is another healthy and respectful way to communicate your needs. And to me, it's very much like tiramisu. I can prove it. Nonviolent communication, or NVC, is a four-step process to resolve conflicts. It was developed by an American doctor, Marshall Rosenberg, that believed that most of the conflicts happens not because of bad intentions or because we are bad people. It's simply a result of misunderstanding. His method is based on respect, empathy, and understanding, which thus leads to building trust in the moments where it's needed the most. He was using this method in prisons and war zones, so the man knows what he's talking about. NVC is not about winning an argument. It's about staying connected with someone while talking about hard stuff. And just like tiramisu, it's better when it's made with care. A couple of disclaimers or reasons why I love this method so much. First of all, you can use it with everyone, with your kids, your partner, family, and your boss. It works in fight mode when you need to solve something right now, but I think it works even better in freeze mode when at first you give it a little bit of thought, what happened and how it made you feel, and then you can go and solve it. And just a reminder that not every conflict needs fixing. I said what I said. Protect your energy at all costs and only use this method with someone you value, with someone who you really want to build connection with. So Hanna, how NVC is connected to tiramisu? Well, as I said, NVC has 4 steps, and tiramisu has 4 layers. They're very similar. The bottom layer of tiramisu is ladyfingers, or 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹, and it's the basement of our entire tiramisu. They're slightly soaked in coffee. In NVC, this is your observation. What really happened? The hard facts, not something mixed with labels or judgment. You should not create your opponent your enemy. Remember that he or her is your partner. For example, instead of saying you always come home late, say what happened. In the last week you were coming home after 9 p.m. Instead of saying you never listened to me, say that you interrupted me during the last meeting. And instead of saying you're interrupting me all day, say something like you interrupted me 3 times in the past hour while I was working. Focus on real actions that someone did, not your interpretation of them. If ladyfingers are soggy because of too much coffee, the entire tiramisu is falling apart. And the same happens with your arguments. If you're mixing your observation with judgment, your partner goes in defending mode. He doesn't want to cooperate with you, he just wants to protect his peace, so your argument collapses as well. Next layer is mascarpone cream, this soft and gentle mixture. That's when we are talking about our feelings, something so tender and vulnerable. You need to open up, you need to share how the situation made you feel. You can go ahead and search Wheel of Feelings to share it, but you can always go with options like I was sad, I was scared, or I was angry, because those are the basic emotions. Please know that your feelings should not feel like another person is your enemy. Don't say, I felt offended, because it implies that another person is bad by offending you. Choose neutral word. Instead of saying, I feel ignored, say that you're worried if you don't hear from someone. Don't say, I feel messed up because of your changes in the schedule. Say something like, I feel stressed because of the new change. Remember that sharing your own feelings helps another person to connect with you more instead of fighting with you. Third level is ladyfingers again, another supporting structure. In NVC, it's when we talk about our needs, why you were feeling a certain way. For example, I need reliability so I can plan my time better. Or I need connection with you so I can be happy in relationship. Naming your needs helps another person understand why it matters to you so much. Without explaining your needs, someone might think that you're just complaining and you're never satisfied with something. And the last, fourth layer is mascarpone cream with cacao powder on top. Because admit it, without cacao powder, it just feels unfinished. You're not even sure it's tiramisu in front of you. It's just something white and plain. In NVC, this is your request. A doable action another person should take in order to satisfy your need. Sometimes it's obvious for both of you what another person should do. For example, don't interrupt me while I'm talking, or don't do the laundry while I'm sleeping. But sometimes it's more complex, and don't put this entire responsibility on another person to know what to do in order to satisfy you. Either way, you should always leave room for some compromise. That's why you can start your request by saying, "Would you be willing to do something?" So it feels more like invitation for collaboration, not a command. For example, could you send me an update about deadline change one day before? Could you please text me if you will be getting home late? Without this step, another person will know how you feel, what you need, but would be confused if you don't give a clear direction. So wrapping it all together, a full tiramisu conversation might sound like this. Yesterday during the meeting, you interrupted me. I felt frustrated because what I needed is to be heard and respected. Please, could you wait until I finish next time? Or, when you come home after 9 p.m., I become worried because I need to know that you are safe. Please, could you next time text me if you are getting home late? It's very simple technique, but sometimes, of course, it's not that easy. In a few times, it will feel awkward, but with practice, it comes natural, just like cooking tiramisu without looking at the recipe.